seen just about every issue you could possibly imagine come into FantomWorks. From cars so rusted out there's nothing left, to in one case, 50-year-old gas that had actually petrified and turned hard again. What really amazes me is that most of these owners have no idea how their cars got that way. This 26 Veely is of course approaching its 90th birthday fairly soon. The owner told me the tank had been drained in 1960, so I'm kind of expecting, okay, we might have a little bit of shellac on the edges, but the car's been garaged, so the fuel tank shouldn't be in bad shape. Well, the car was never drained. This thing had half a tank or more of gas that has now turned into a solid. The fuels in that era and the fuels today really don't have any stabilizers in them. So fuel is actually only good in a gas tank for maybe 1 year. And so 50 years later, there was no chance that this fuel was going to be anything but bad. I just didn't realize it'd be solid and bad. There's nothing salvageable in the fuel tank at this point. It means obviously we've got to replace the tank and the entire fuel system. When I first saw Ronnie's '65 Cadillac, I was dumbfounded at the extent of corrosion in his car. I couldn't believe it, and then I met with Ronnie and he explained to me that the car had actually sat outside in the rain without a cover on it for more than 10 years. Not exactly the way I want to start any sort of a restoration project. So we're going to start by taking care of the worst of it, which is the floors and the trunk floor. To even call it a floor is actually a little bit of a lie, since there are more holes than there is metal left in the floor. So what we're going to do is take the donor car, repair the floors in it, because they're actually in pretty good shape, and install them in Betsy. So she's actually going to get a transplanted floor section. Fortunately at FantomWorks we have the capability to build and fix almost anything. But with these cars that have been put away for 20 years that weren't properly pickled, the owners would have saved themselves a lot of money at this point if they had originally put them aside in the way they were supposed to be.